Hello everyone and welcome back to Rosegale Sandbox. Yes, today we're back and I'm taking a break from the military base and we are going to work on this station today. Now if you haven't seen, we have been building this big military base and in our last episode we built the entrance. And there's a couple more things I want to do in terms of a couple more buildings, some vehicles, and a plane. So even though the station is going to be separate from the military base, it is still going to have the same style in terms of architecture and buildings. So we're still going to be going for these big concrete towers kind of thing.
Quite different.
It's not something I've done before, so I'm quite excited to get started. So the first thing I want to do is add these white edges to the platforms. And this is, of course, to make sure people are aware that they are not standing too close to the side of the platform. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So now the first thing I want to build is going to be the footbridge over the top. And I think the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to have a big tower here, a bridge across here, and then either side we're going to have stairs coming down. So let's put in the sort of base shape for the tower first of all. Because I want this to be the same color as these buildings over here, we're going to have to color the platform a little bit darker. And I think at about that level is a good height for our bridge. And you know, some footbridges have this sort of gap in the middle where they have some stairs down, then a flat section, then some more stairs down. Yeah, I've no idea why they do that, but
It looks nice.
And now we've got all of this sorted on one side. I'm just going to copy it. And we can just pull it all the way over here. Oh no. And there we go. A simple design, but I think it looks rather good. Now there's one final thing that I need to do. And that is, of course, add a cylindrical support to this section. And there we go. That is one side of the footbridge done. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And that is exactly what I was going for. So I'm rather happy with that. So now I'm just going to do the same thing again, but for the bridge across here. This is, of course, the type of footbridge to have some lifts within it. Alright, so there we go. I did add some antennas on because why not? And I did put the windows on this tower because I thought even if I am going to add some buildings on, it will still look good if we have some windows. But yeah, this is looking really, really nice. I'm really happy with this. So now let's move on to the bigger buildings. And actually, what I think would be really cool is if we had an aircraft hangar for one of the buildings, or at least use that shape. So let me go and... Actually, I think these will be a bit too big, so I will probably just use a smaller one. Yeah, that looks good, actually. That's really nice. Yeah, that looks good, actually. That's really nice. Yeah, that looks good, actually. That's really nice.
Huh?
Alright, so I've got a little layout for the buildings that I want over here. And I've also decided I want some extra hangars and stuff. But these aren't going to be for planes. These are going to be for other stuff. These were hangars, but are now used for other stuff. I don't know. I thought they were cool, so I put them there. We'll do something with these next episode.
Okay.
But anyway, back to this. We've got this sort of mini hangar over here, another little tower, and then a sort of connecting building to sort of join everything together. So I think the main doors are going to be on the front of the hangar, and then I'll add lots of details to the rest of these buildings. So let me go and do that. And there we go. I've added a little bit of detail in. So we've got the sort of main entrance to inside here, which is going to be the station building. Just another extension with some windows on. presumably a way that you can get up to the top. In fact, I might get rid of these windows and add in a little slant which sort of shows where the stairs would be. I've also added over here, we've got some toilets I was just thinking of in this big building up top. And then I've started to sort of plan where the front of this station is going to be. Now, I added these because I really, really like the look of how they are on the front. But from the back, they're just sort of too big and overshadowing this station. So I am actually going to get rid of them again. The shortest lived things ever on this map. And with this one, I've made it so that there isn't a flat bit. You just walk straight down into the main building. Okay, so now that is done, I'm going to start to add some fences along the edge of this station. But in fact, first, I'm going to do the typical thing of raising the ground up a little bit. That looks a lot better. But what I can do is also add those spheres and stuff to make sure that this is a smooth transition. And I'm also going to add a little bit more land at this 45-degree angle. And there we go, I've made one segment, and I've sort of gone with the same vibe as this fence over here, but only done the slats in one direction. Because that's sort of how train station fences are anyway, and to be honest, I want to save the file size. So now we can group these together and begin copying this across. And there we go, a fence which I think looks very, very cool and very, very industrial and military. Yeah, I'm really liking that fence. So, there is a couple things left that we need to do, and first of all, I think we should add in some station signs. And there we go, I've added in a bunch of station signs, so when you guys come up with a name for this military base, I will make sure to name the station accordingly. Next, I think we need a whole load of lampposts. You guys should know the drill by now with what stuff we need to add to a station platform. And last but not least, we need some benches. And there we go. That is, I think, the station clutter and therefore the sort of station complete. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this turned out today. I think this is really, really cool. Now, in our next episode, we will be linking up the station and probably adding in a couple of vehicles. And that is sort of preparing for the sort of finishing off of this whole military base area now. So, yes, make sure you stick around for that. And that is us almost done, which means there is one final thing left to do. And if you guys have been viewing the channel, you will know by now what that is. And there we have it, some nice trees. And I'm sure I'll come back at a later date and add in a little bit more stuff over in this area. But yes, that is all I have time for today. I'm very, very happy with how this station turned out. I think it's really super cool and really reflects the architecture style of the base. Next episode, we'll be connecting up the station, 1 with the base and 2 with the sort of external car park. But for now, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.